everyone. So today we are back with the Transmutation Energy Transmutation Masterclass, and today we are going to be talking about very specific subject, very specific topic that is very crucial to understand in order to really practice or understand the whole concept of energy transmutation. So far I had like two or three classes where I'm just going through the very fundamental about how to create a space that makes you feel like you can be you. Being honest, to be honest, it's true that most of the time the society or the culture that we are surrounded by doesn't really create that space for ourselves when we can feel that we can be truly ourselves, truly be, just feel safe. So it's very necessary if you're on a journey on understanding energy, how to live your life through energy and not like through understanding energy. It's very important to create the space for yourself. So it's that that reminds me one thing. There is I forgot her name. She is marvelous speaker. I don't know. I think she's from somewhere from South America. If I find that video, if I remember that video that I saw once, I will share it with you. And she was talking about, she's I think she's marine scientist or something like that. Um, and she was talking about how she deals with shark or any kind of predator, so-called predator, in the ocean. And when she does research and everything, she's like, I don't remember the whole thing that she said, but one she said something like this, that when you get into the water and if you create a space for yourself around you, you know an energy circle, and you tell yourself this is, you are within that circle and you are safe within that circle, then that vibration of safety, because when you're gonna be in the ocean, your vibration within that circle gonna be very calm, because you are not gonna be feeling threatened, you're not gonna be feeling fearful. So your the vibration that you are gonna be projecting out in the ocean to the other animals and other creatures that are living in the ocean. So you are going to be sending off the peaceful, non-threatening, non-competitive vibration. And like creature in the ocean are very attuned with vibration, so they will receive that vibration that you are not sending, the threatening vibration. So they will not feeling threatened by you, so they will not come and attack you, because people only like creature, like animal only attack when they feel threatened by other animals or humans. So this is the same thing, like in order to really create something, in order to really get into your very deepest self of understanding your surroundings through energy vibration, we have to create first this energy of safety around us. Otherwise it's very, our body feels very stiffened and kind of under attack subconsciously. So anyway, so that was pretty much like that, like my first two classes talking about how receiving of energy and creating a safe circle around us. So on this class I'm going to be talking about why transmutation of energy take place at the core of our body. This is very important thing to understand. So what is energy transmutation? What is it? Yeah, it is a combination of word trans and mutation. Mutation means something that changes from the fundamental change is mutation. It's like it cannot go back to the previous state after it has been mutated. That's what mutation is. So energy transmutation is altering the energy to its core. It's not masking energy with something positive or negative energy, or it's not something that temporary. Energy transmutation is the fundamental and permanent shifting energy. When something happens at the very permanent level, something happen at the foundational level, that means it tells me that it must go deeper in order to change that deep, right? So energy transmutation is taking an energy and really almost like genetically, scientifically speaking, like change the DNA of that energy. So when you do that, it also tells me the change is happening at the core of our own energy itself. So how we are receiving energy? So when you receive energy, something, we are changing at the point of at the point of receiving that energy. So we are the one who are the receiver of the energy, receiving, projecting. It's like a constant balance of energy that is happening. So when the energy hitting us, some kind of energy hitting us, we are always bombarded by energy. We are choosing which one to respond to. We are choosing which one to put it in our subconscious. It's all happening continuously. So we don't feel like we're choosing, but we are choosing constantly. So when something is hitting us, so when we feel like that energy needs to be changed, otherwise I'm not feeling nice, I'm not feeling protected, I'm not feeling whatever, for whatever reason, we're going to change that energy. That happening at the point of receiving that energy. So that's happening at the point of our end. It's not happening out in the cosmos energy. When it is outside of us, that's not that just energy in its pure form, energy in its objective form. But we are the one, whosoever is receiving that and feel like this change needs to take place, that energy is mutation, transmutation happening at the junction of that changing. So it's happening within us. So we are changing the energy, how we receive the energy. We are changing the receiver of the energy, not the transmitter of the energy. We're not going out to change, hey, you change your energy, you change your energy, you change your energy. We're not doing that, because first of all, even if you want to do that, we are not in the power to do that. Second of all, nobody gonna listen to us if we're gonna go tell them. We cannot go to the ocean, hey, you change your energy, I'm feeling fearful, why don't you become so calm and comfy and whatever, that the way I feel like non-threatened by you. Ocean, go home, I'm just being me. So the transmutation happens within us. Transmutation doesn't happen at the point of transmitting of energy, but at the point of receiving the energy. So first of all, that is what energy transmutation is. So now get into this concept, why we may feel that we need to transmute energy. Most of the time we feel that need of transmutation of energy because we feel like we're not surrounded by good energy. The way we perceive good, the way we feel that it is good for me, I'm not getting that. You get into a party, you want to be socializing, but at the same time, when you get there, you feel like, oh God, it's so much of negative energy, so much of loud energy, so much of shallow energy, whatever energy you are feeling that you feel like you are not ready to receive. That's when we feel like retaliate those energy. Oh, either I'm going to go home because I don't want to deal with this energy, or if I want to stay, then how are you going to stay? Are you going to be constantly agitated, constantly annoyed? That's like torturing yourself, right? We put ourselves in an energy circumstances, and then we do not like the energy vibration of that place. Either we can completely take ourselves out of that place and go somewhere where we feel more calm and comfortable and cozy and whatever, or we can see, okay, let me stay here and let me transmute this energy so that I can experience this reality, experience this situation, experience this get together, whatever, wherever we are, but without torturing my body. Now the concept of body is coming into this conversation. Why? Again, we are going to put ourselves in a situation. So let's say anything, like you can think of any situation, any places, any conversation, any circumstances where we feel most uncomfortable, that we feel like the energy is not vibing with our frequency. It could be a person, animal, atmosphere, nature, whatever. So when we feel that, most, it's not most, it's all the time, we feel this energy in a two-way traffic. One, we feel it in our mind. And when we feel it in our mind, but it doesn't affect our body, it mostly coming from our, what we have perceived from outside of ourselves. Like, let's say, I'm going to take the same example. I go to a party, right? I go to a party and I feel, I feel not comfortable. And but I don't feel that in my body. It's not that I'm feeling nauseating, it's not that I'm feeling dizzy, it's not that I'm feeling disoriented, nothing. It's just something in my mind. Maybe I'm trained my mind, I don't know, loud music is bad energy, whatever. That's my mental construct. That's my mental construct that I have been telling myself. I'm just saying it. I'm telling myself, okay, loud music equals to bad energy. Okay, I don't know, drinking and throwing up equal to bad energy. I don't know. I don't know, I'm just giving you a random example. So, like that kind of thing. So those are the mental construct that I have been training myself to understand that. But if I don't feel it physically, that means my body is really not threatened by that atmosphere. But if I go somewhere, so that means those kind of threats, those kind of energy is not really, it's just a little tweak. If you tweak, okay, I know, if my body is not affected, I'm just gonna go there. Okay, it's fine. Loud music is not bad. You just convince your mind and it becomes easy. But problem becomes more crucial, problem becomes more unmanageable when it affects our body. Let's say you are on a, I don't know, roller coaster, right? Many people, I know, like many of my friends, when used to go to some amusement park or something, so they would, many would say, oh, I love it, I want to do it. And then they will sit on that. Oh my god, within 1 minute they will really feeling like their body is getting affected by it. And then there is other people who are like, oh, I'm so fearful, I don't want to go there, I don't want to go there, I don't want to go there. But when they get on it, they are actually enjoying it, because their fear is the energy inhibition that they projected in the beginning. Though I don't want to go there, I don't want to go there, I'm fearful, that is like more of a mental construct. It is not embodied. That uncomfortability, that fear, that mismatch of vibration did not enter into their body experience. It is more of a mental construct. So but when they actually get on it in a real lived experience, they're like, oh, I'm actually enjoying it. It's like, okay, it's just my thought, I just thought of it, and that's it. So mental fear is very easy to get rid of. If it is doesn't it, those kind of energy, it's the transmutation of those energy is very, very easy. If it is doesn't have any impact on your body, the problem becomes that, here, that energy transmutation we're going to be talking about, it's mostly the energy that impacts our body. And those energy actually matters, because those energy reflect how we're going to experience our reality. Like in my previous class, I told about how senses is so important. We have 5 senses, and those are the tools that we interact with the outside of our world. Otherwise, we are isolated within our matter, within our body. Our experience generates through the tools of sensations. Those are the tools that we interact with outside of ourselves, and through that interaction, we create our lived experience. So all the senses that we have is all body-based. Even the 6th sense is come from intuition, which is deeply body-based. No, we don't have any tools which is outside of body, which can interact outside of our own matter. So every experience that we gain in our life is filtering through our body. So therefore, any real energy that creates uncomfortability, that make us feel like, okay, this energy needs to be transmuted, or I need to take myself off completely from this energy zone, coming from that center of body. Because all the sensation that we have collected is restored in our body through those tools of sensational tools that we use to interact with outside world. Understand? So going back to this experience of embodiment of energy embodiment in our body. So let's say if you are getting into a a conversation, you are talking to a person, and I don't know, 2 minutes in the conversation, you started feeling like, oh, mm, I don't know. I'm feeling certain things. It's creating certain kind of impulses in me that I don't feel comfortable with. I'm not really vibing with this person. I thought I would be. That's why I get into a conversation willingly, hopefully. And now I'm getting this. So those kind of things, and your body is getting impacted. Either you are feeling I'm having this a little bit of clammy hands. Either you are feeling that you all of a sudden you're feeling, oh, I haven't taken a breath for last 30 seconds. So I'm holding my breath when I'm talking to this person. Oh, all of a sudden you feel like, oh, I'm feeling a little tight in my head, So your body giving those signals. Your body is responding to those energy. Those energy and those uncomfortability is deeply embedded in our body. So in order to transmute, we need to then understand, right? We need to do certain things. We need to go through certain steps of understanding that energy that causes this, almost like we're a puppet to this energy. Our body is like without our control. We cannot control all this. I mean, yeah, we can take a bunch of pills to calm down the anxiety and whatever, but that's really it's like a band-aid on very bad, in a way, in a long run way. It could be bad, but I don't know. I'm going to talk about something very organic, natural thing. So let's go there. So, so in order to really get into that, so we need to understand first. So we need to heal that. So transmutation is healing, right? And the transmutation is healing, and when the healing takes place energetically, it never goes back to the previous, like in a former state of being. That's just the way energy works. It doesn't go back to that. When you heal something energetically, it transformed. Something fundamental get transformed. So in order to do that, we need to first understand. We have to remember, right? Like, let's say again, I'm gonna go back to this example. Like, if you have to remember, you have to, if you're so oblivious about your body, if you are so out of touch of your body, you don't even, most of the people who doesn't get in touch with their body don't know what they're feeling most of the time, what's happening in their body. They don't know. I remember it's so funny to me, man. That day I remember, I can realize, oh my god, we are so out of touch of our body. I was working with an event. It was it's like a Broadway event I was working on, and then one of my guy colleague, he told me that no, I was telling him, I was telling him, hey, I don't know, I'm feeling a little, we have worked for a few hours, and I don't know, I was feeling like I need a break. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna go take a, I'm gonna take a break. And he's like, oh, you're gonna take a break within a few hours? I said, yeah, I'm gonna take a break. And I said, oh, then he was like, he was feeling so proud about telling me this. And he was saying, oh, do you know, other day I went to work, and then I was working and something fell on my feet, and I was wearing this work boot or whatever, and then I worked whole day, and then I went back home, and I saw my my socks was soaked with blood. I did not know the whole day that I was bleeding from that injury. I'm like, oh, you did not get, you had no idea that your foot, like, foot got hurt or something? He said, no, I did not know, I did not realize the whole day. And then I went home, and I'm like, wow, like, this is how we are detached from our body. We don't even know what's going on most of the time. But thankfully we're getting there, at least get to know something that we have. This is the only thing we have, literally. Everything else can come and go, no guarantee. This is the only thing that we really have for ourselves, and we don't even know what's going on there. That's kind of sad, to be honest. Anyway, so so when you don't, so first thing, in order to transmute energy, we need to understand, whenever we feel that we need to transmute energy, we need to understand, we need to remember what happened, what really happened. And it doesn't have to be transmutation energy. It can just not be just present. Okay, I'm feeling like this in this moment, so I'm gonna, it can happen. You can transmute energy that happened 100 years before, the impact that you have from that incident. You can transmute. We can transmute energy. Energy doesn't have time. Energy is not bound by, limited by time and space. We can transmute energy that we felt that's happened maybe 200 years ago. Our transmute energy, how we feel about slavery, how we feel about famine, how we feel about, I don't know, big, I don't know, like riot and social division that happened, I don't know, in 1947 in India. I'm just giving you an example. We can transmute energy. The point is, the energy is, transmutation energy is not bound with time and space. Anyway, so we are going to go back to this remembering. So we need to remember. We need to remember how we really feel about it, how our body really felt through it, through this incident, through this news, through this conversation, through this I don't know, anything, any kind of action. How, so it's a back to this mindfulness, and it's more than mindfulness. It's more than mindfulness. It's very attuned with the presence, very attuned with the presence. So we need to understand. First we have to remember, then we have to recognize. What do you mean by that? So you might say, oh, if I remember it, then I must be recognizing it. No, that's not necessarily true. Remembering is something. Okay. Oh, I remember. I was having headache when I was reading that book. Okay, so that's a remembering of an action, remembering of a response to something. Recognizing is truly feeling it. Truly feeling it. It's like, that's why, remember, recognizing and feeling is very, these two steps, recognizing and then comes feeling, in very intertwined. Recognizing is really feeling it, that, oh yes, I don't know how else to convey this, articulate this. Like, sometimes you remember something, like, let's say you are thinking about somebody, you remember all this incident. Oh, we went to this movie together, or we went to this ice cream joint together. Those are rememberings. And recognizing is, through feelings, you recognize that your relation to that person, your relation to that place. Remembering is unpenetrative information, remembrance. But recognizing is very penetrative information. When we realize that our position in relation to that memory, what is our relation to that memory, what is our relation to that remembering, that is what recognizing is. So, and then it comes to this feeling that we feeling, is, they say, healing cannot happen without feeling. It's true. So because our body, our body is not, our body is very, it's like a very feminine energy, right? It's not satisfied just by you acknowledging, oh, I remember you had pain over there. Our body doesn't heal like that. Our body really needs that care. That's why body, in astrology, the power of body is given to Venus and Moon, the most nurturing planet there could be, because body really needs that attention from you. It just, oh, I know. When this is the worst thing to say to someone, when they say that I'm feeling like, oh, okay, get up, watch a movie, go ahead. It's like, very dry solution doesn't help our body to recover. So we need to have that penetrative attention to our body in order to really understand what's going on. So that's why recognizing and feeling is so important when we are dealing with our bodily sensation and we are trying to transmute the energy. And the next thing, that last thing is understanding. That is very interesting thing, because most of the time we feel that understanding is something mind based, understanding is something brain based. True, but not fully true, partial truth. Why? Because when we understand something, we understand, again, it happens multiple layer, at multiple layer it's happening. Understanding takes place on multiple layer. I'm going to give you another example, very simple example this time. It also, this is my personal, really, like, lived experiences. I'm giving these examples, like, I wanted to eat super healthy, like really healthy for so many years. And it's not that I wanted to do a strict diet or something, not because of dieting, but I really, it was my deep wishes. I always wanted to do, like, I don't want to eat processed food, never. It's like, I'm like, yeah, a little bit cynical about it, like stubborn about also too. It's like I really wanted to do that. I really wanted to go back to, I eat like I don't have to rely on corporation, like I don't have to rely on modern day factory to make my food. I wanted to survive. I really wanted to survive in a way that if all these things one day just wipes off, I will be okay. I'm not doing it from that fear, but I just wanted to live like a very natural, like a organic human being, like I just, like that. So always wanted to do that, but as you can imagine, I never was able to do that. Was I not understanding mentally? Yes, I did understand. I did understand all the theories. I understand all the pros and cons of eating burger versus eating some vegetables. I did understand eating fruit versus eating ice cream, or starting your day with donuts and black coffee. I understand the difference. I understand the effects of it. I understand was it pros and cons it holds for me in my personal life. But I was, in my mind, I did understand it, but I didn't understand. I was not, I mean, I was following it for 5 days, and then I'm falling through the crack and going back to whatever, okay, donut day, okay, pizza day, like that. I'm like constantly taking my body for granted. But was I not understanding in my mind? Yes, I was understanding. I was very much understanding. That's why I was feeling guilty. I'm like, okay, this week I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna put myself in a regimented schedule to follow that, understanding that my mind tells me, okay, you understood all this. So, but like, so that is one way of understanding. But the actual understanding, the application of understanding, and the implication of understanding through action happens when the understanding sinks through our body. What do I mean by that? That means that, again, I'm going to go back to this when I said that body is the only thing we have. Body is the only thing we have. If you really think about it, we have no other matter. We have no control over other thing. And we say, a lot of times in spirituality, we say out of body experience is something that is elevated way of experiencing things. But outer body, the terms is so faulty and so fakey. Seriously, change it. Whenever we feel, like everything we feel, we have to feel through our body. Like I said, all the sensation are coming from this bodily sensation. No sensation is outside our body. So if you're feeling anything, even if in oh, that's like a home guy. I don't know if you are, in Southeast Asia. It's a pretty common thing. I don't know. Did you hear that sound of home guy? It's like tick 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 tick. Anyway. So anyway, so so nothing happening outside our body. So even when we are meditating, like let's say you're closing your eyes, and you're feeling like you're going into the cosmos, you're going into the deep into the ocean, you're feeling all this. That's like outside of your body experience. But you are having this because your body is now connecting with the vast range of matter. That's why you feel like you're outside of your body. But without this body, we don't feel anything. Seriously. And so that's why, think about it. We have been, these sages and all these people, they are meditating there. We, as a generation, we never taken, like, I'm not gonna say never. I don't know what happened, like, I'm before industrialization, before 500 years ago. I think people have much more knowledge than we do now. We have more information, but very very minute knowledge that we possess. We have like tons of information with no use. And I don't know, I'm not going to say never, but since this modernization, industrialization, or whatever we are calling it, it just we have taken body is the most abused part in the whole world. And it's not just a body of a woman and body of a children, a body, everybody, like a body itself, the matter of body that we hold, and that is ourself, that we have for ourselves, is the most abused real estate. Yeah, it's most abused real estate. It's like, so like we always say that, oh, don't care about body, just go, we live in an idea world. But idea world doesn't mean anything if we do not feel it through. Idea cannot be conceptualized without transforming that idea into action. And in order for that transformation need to take place, body need to take place. Without body, no action can happen. So so going back to understanding. So when we understand things through our body, when we sink in that understanding into our body, it's become truly healing. So going back to this example that I was giving it to you, so I couldn't maintain, right? And then in last year, actually no, this year 20 western and 2024, early this year, and I don't know, it just I started eating just fresh fruits, mostly, you know, sometimes it, because it was so easily accessible. I am in a tropical area, so it's very easy access to forest fruit and, you know, all these things. So go into the jungle, bring some fruits, and really eat it like you are honoring your body and giving something pure, you know, like it feels so good when you. So it's just me, I'm just talking my experience. Of course not everybody not going to feel the same way about food, but you know, it's like, so when I started doing that, I really, you know, then I truly understand what it is to respect your body. Before that, I knew the theory, I knew all this, I was putting myself into regimen, discipline myself, but those days didn't, nothing clicked. Nothing clicked. It was like I'm implying more force onto myself, which is not good. I used to get anxiety, I used to get guilt feeling, I used to get so many things, so many other things. But then I really just, you know, like I, you know, it just when I honoring my body, and it happened organically by providing something that my body feels like, yeah, I really wanted this for years. Thank you for giving it to me. And when you listen to that conversation with your body, that's where the true understanding sinks in with our, like, in a way that we can heal ourselves. So this is what um, I just wanted to tell, like how transmutation of energy happens at the core of our body. So you know, that's why I did this meditation video other day. Um, I know it's a long meditation, and you know, those meditation. This meditation is really very good. You know, it's like a deep conversation with your body. It's like a deep conversation with your body, talking to your body in a way that it's like slowly opening up. And those things are, you know, I'm talking to you right now, these are more of a cerebral information. But when you know, it's very important that you take this cerebral information and put it in a practical application. Otherwise it's just knowledge, bunch of information with no use, you know. We need to, that's conversion of energy from mind to cerebral to, from mind existence to existence of our body. That transformation really needs to take place in order to really make something happen. um, I wanted to say one more thing to this video. um, Always remember, our existence happens in twofold, multiple fold, but majorly two folds. There's external, internal. We all know about that. But what do we mean by that? External, internal. External is when we, you know, like when we see something, object, subject, situation, idea, we take it for what it appears to be in a very objective way. Uh, and then there is, and when we see things in a very, through the appearance of it, we create differences and similarities. Oh, this laptop is very different than this laptop different than this laptop. She looks different than her, you know, she and I, we have some, she's very different than me, you know, like those kind of things, because we are externally interacting. Internal, when we get to know someone, that's what, you know, when we are eager to know something, whether it's a object, subject, idea, when you go deeper into that, we feel like, oh wow, we are actually a lot of same. We all function kind of similarly, projected differently. So these are two consciousness. External consciousness is like this mind-based consciousness, which is, I'm not gonna say which is good or bad or whatever. There is no such thing. And the internal consciousness is the soul consciousness, when we feel like, oh, we are all actually one. You know, we feel more deeper. That's why they say, if you really love someone, if you really know someone truly, you will love them. And love has a different aspect, of course, but because when you know something very deeply, like think about, people who does PhD, or who is not even official PhD but do a lot of research into something. When you invest so much of time, patience, and your love and passion into something, to understand something so intricately, you see everything. You see the dark side, you see the light side, and you accept that thing for its whole being, and that is nothing but love. So that's what the soul consciousness generates. Soul consciousness generates at the level of depth, at the level of internal existence. So this energy transmutation needed when this, like, let's say if we see something from, you are also going from external consciousness, they are also coming from external consciousness, there is no conflict, right? You are going into a meeting knowing that, oh, I'm not going to be that involved, I'm just going to do my business, very superficial, this and that. They are also coming from that aspect. You don't mind what going on, what kind of burger they're eating, what kind of, you don't care what kind of person they are in the room. If you're going on a external existence, they are also, no conflict. If you're going on an internal existing experience, and they're also coming from internal experience, then also there is harmony. There are going to be some, like initially there are going to be some kind of mismatch, because to understand, but if we both, both object or subject coming from this perspective, that I'm going to know you no matter what, and you are coming, I'm going to know you too no matter what. So when this in harmony, also there is no conflict, there is no reason for transmutation of energy to be taking place. Transmutation energy taking place when there is someone or something is coming from a one perspective, the another person coming from a different existence. So if some person is coming from a mind-based existence, coming with differences, coming with, oh, you are this, you are that, la 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 la, how kind of profit you can bring it to me, what is the use of you to me, okay, you are not being really fair, you are not really being kind, this and that, all kind of judgment and rules and all this. One person is coming from that existence, another person coming is from that different existence, which is like a soul-based existence. Oh, why are you not understanding me for who I am? Why are you judging me for being so loud? Why are you judging me for I don't know, making you uncomfortable? Like when that kind of, the most of the time energy transmutation need to take place, we feel that energy transmutation is to take place when there is a two different consciousnesses coming together. So that's when we need to transmute. And the transmutation happen mostly mind-based to soul-based, because if it is soul-based already, there is a transmutation doesn't need to take place, because we already, soul-based existence already accept other, because soul-based existence understand that everything outside is not separated from inside. Outside is my extension of me, is extended in outside in a different form, shape, and language and color. So those differences that we feel, it's very external and very it's not really, it doesn't permeate. What permeates is the differences of my own existence is reflected or presented to different body, different idea. So soul accept everything. Soul accept everything, because soul realize that you do you, I do I, because we have a different, we are here to experience different things in this life, and that's it. There is no good or bad, there is no right and wrong, there is acceptance, there is harmony, and there is self, and there is you, there is I, but ultimately we are same. So if the energy happening at the soul base, it doesn't really need to transmute it. So when the two clashes, mind consciousness versus soul consciousness, is the mind consciousness that needs to be transmuted. Okay, so and mind consciousness, the understanding of mind consciousness, go through, like I said, through our lived experiences, and those happens at the core of our body. So we really need to, in order to live in an energy-based world and understand our surroundings in form of energy, fundamental thing is to understand our body. Next, I'm going to stop it here, because I thought it's going to be 20 minutes video. It ended up being 45 minutes video. But I hope that you get something out of it. And I'm going to do exemplary reading, where we are going to be doing a reading. I don't know what kind of reading it's going to be, but we're going to be focusing on how to recognize those things that we talked here, like soul-based existence, mind-based existence. So I'm going to break it down, this reading, in a way so that we can really understand the formation of energy reading. All right. Okay, I will see you next time. Have a nice day or night or anything.